Hi, my name is Hannah. I grew up in Weaverville, North Carolina. I didn't really grow up in the church, but I was one of those kids who I would spend the night with my friends, and then if they were going to church, I had to go with them because it wasn't really an option to go home beforehand. I always felt really weird, like an outcast in a way, or like that I didn't belong there, because I felt like all of these people were experiencing things that I just wasn't. And I even went on some church retreats and things like that as a younger kid, and I would see all of these other people experiencing such deep emotions, and I just didn't understand, and I wanted to feel that way so badly. I was longing for a relationship with Christ, and I couldn't figure out the way to get there. So at the beginning of college, I got really lucky because I had a roommate, and then she actually ended up not coming to Western. Then a couple weeks before move-in, I got a notification that I had gotten a new roommate. But it ended up being one of the biggest blessings in my life, because in January of 2023, Chloe actually invited me to come to church with her for the first time. So she invited me, and I was really nervous, but as soon as I walked in, I could really tell that I was gonna love this place. Growing up, I prayed to receive Christ every single time that opportunity came for me. And as I got older and realized you have to actually have a relationship with Christ in order for those words to not just be words. Once I began to understand what I was truly asking for when I was asking for Christ to come into my heart and to walk along with me in this life, I started to feel differently. I found so many more things to be joyful and exciting, and a lot more stuff started to make sense. During one sermon, I felt extremely convicted to get baptized. And I knew that day, I was like, I need to go ask, I need to make the next step and do it. And then what happened was, by the end of the sermon, I talked myself out of it, because I thought that I was too old, and that getting baptized is something that you do when you're a kid, and if I do this and I'm 22, people are gonna look at me funny, because why did I wait this long, or why is now the time? And it took, honestly, probably 6 more months before I ended up getting baptized. I got baptized at the outdoor baptism this year, and it was super awesome. I could look around, and there was literally a sea of people waiting in line, and you got to stand with other people and talk with them about how they had gotten to this point. And there was children that were probably 5 years old, and then there was also people who were probably 85. And it was super cool to see that personally, because I thought that age had to be a restriction on baptism, and that's something that I got proved wrong on. And it was really a surreal moment, because it was something that in my mind had been building for the 22 years that I've been alive until this moment, and I finally got to share it with the world. I thought that it was too late for myself, because I had lived my entire life without a relationship with Christ, and now that I'm looking back, I know that I wish I could have told myself before that it's never too late. Even if you wait until you're 70, it's not too late. Jesus loves you, and always will, and always has, and you're never too far gone for his love.